Hey, it's good to see you. I am headed to the store. This is exciting. Now, I have Buddy the elf right here next to me. Let me know if he's too loud. Well, I can't fix it in this video because I don't have a time machine, but if he's too loud, look, I got Buddy over there riding shotgun this morning, and he has, he's an inflatable, so there's just constant air. If it's annoying, let me know. I'm headed to the store. I just left an exercise class, and my shoulders are going to be hurting tomorrow. I can already tell. But it was good. I know I'm getting serious about my exercise when I start taking a weight training class, and I had to buy the little fingerless gloves, with the Velcro and the bar pad, so when you put the bar on your back, it doesn't hurt. I know, I'm getting serious about it. It's scaring me. No, it's not. I'm not, in there pumping iron like, 200 pounds, or it's nothing like that. But I'm just trying to do a little bit of strength training, trying to just, get a little stronger. So I'm working on that, and I've been taking these strength training, weight training classes now for a couple of weeks, and oh my God, I was so sore after the first few, but I've kind of gotten used to it now a little bit, and I've kind of figured out what I need to do. So I kind of overdid it initially. I was a little bit too ambitious with the weight, thinking I was a Billy Badass or something. I thought I could go in there and just, but no. So now I think I got it about figured out. Now, you want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to push too far. And the mistake a lot of people make, I see it all the time. They will join a class and they're all excited and everything, and they overdo it, and they hurt themselves, or they get really sore, and they think, well, I'll just take a few days off and then I'll go back, and then they never go back. I have seen it so many times. They're all excited, and then it's like, I can't do it. Screw it. I can't do this. It's too hard, and they just quit going. That kind of segues into a request I got. First of all, I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm having a good day so far. I am. I'm going to the grocery store. My son is having a friend over to spend the night, and he's very excited. He's given me a list. Mom, can you please get some stuff, some snacks and drinks and things? He likes this, he likes this. Can we get some of this? And so I remember being his age. He's 12, and I remember how exciting it was to have a friend over to spend the night, and he's so excited. He's at home right now cleaning the house. I said, you got to tidy up, clean up, make it look nice. And he was so excited. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I will. And he's so excited. So I'm going to the store now to get some snacks and drinks for them. So he's really, really, really excited. I got a request from somebody who wanted me to do a video, another one of those Mama Mary's lectures type videos, about dealing with regret. Dealing with regret. You live long enough, you're going to have regrets. Everybody does. It's just part of life. You can't really avoid it. But I do have some thoughts on that. When I first read the request, I thought, well, I don't really know what to say about regret, but I've been kind of thinking about it ever since I read that message, and I thought, I do have some stuff to say about dealing with regret. I think the main thing I would say is focus on the positive. Focus on what you learned, because I don't know about you, but for me, all of my experiences in life, I learned something. Even if I made a bad decision, I made the wrong choice, I did or said something I shouldn't have, I learned from it. And I try not to focus so much on, I wish I had done this, or I wish I hadn't done that. Instead of focusing on that, stop. Just stop your mind, because it'll go in that loop, of regret. You get stuck in that loop. Stop it. Just literally in your mind say, stop. What did I learn? What did I learn from this? And how can I prevent this from happening again? And that's what I do, and I'll think, well, yeah, I did this thing and I really wish I hadn't. What I learned from that was it was bad. focus, even if it's obvious stuff like, well, that was a bad choice. But I think sometimes acknowledging that, saying it to yourself, even if you literally, I would take a drive and just talk out loud to yourself. Work it out. Say these things to yourself out loud, and I think it really sticks with you better. It manifests something in your consciousness. I really think it does. Don't ruminate. Don't get stuck in that cycle of rumination. I know people who have done that. My mom, I know I'm not ragging on my mom on purpose, but when I think of regret, I think of what my mom does. See, my mom and dad were married for 33 years, and it was really about 15 years too long. Well, she told me, if you hadn't been there, I could have divorced him sooner. I only stayed because you were still there. That's literally how she worded it. The reason I stayed in a miserable marriage so long was because you were there. I stayed because of you. I felt it wasn't right to get a divorce while you were still at home. I left home at 17, mind you. It's not like I was there till I was 35. Anyway. Now my mom and dad have been divorced now for 30 years. 30 years this year. She still ruminates on her marriage to my dad and how she regrets being with him for so long, and all she can see is the negatives of that marriage. Even today, if my dad's name comes up, she instantly gets angry. There's a lot of anger that she has never dealt with. She has a lot of regrets, and those regrets seem to overshadow everything good that came out of her marriage. She says that she wished she had never married him. And I'm sitting here like, well, I'm kind of glad you did, because if you hadn't, I wouldn't be here. My brother wouldn't be here. Maybe focus on that? No, she can't do that. I think my mother's feelings about my father and the fact that I favor him so much and I'm so much more like him than her, I think that has a lot to do with her animosity towards me now. When she looks at me, she sees him. And she is just filled with regret over her marriage. And it has tainted the last 30 years of her life since they split up. I would hate to see that happen to anybody else. You can't get stuck in the past. A lot of people do. And I will admit, I've gone through periods of time in my life when I did that. I got stuck in the past. You have to, and you're the only one who can break yourself out of that. Nobody else is going to do it for you. There are a lot of things in life that you are a fixer-upper, and it's a do-it-yourself job. You are going to have to do it. With the help of a therapist might be good. That might help. Therapy could help. My mom was in therapy for years, but unfortunately, the impression I got of her therapist was basically just sitting there going, yeah, that sounds terrible. Anyway, that'll be $100. That'll be $150. You're right. Yes, he was awful. Anyway, that'll be $100. I don't think her therapist ever really did anything to help her. She never seemed to really get anywhere, but she was in therapy off and on for years with this woman. And it didn't seem to do a damn thing other than reinforce her feelings of, yes, you are pitiful. Yes, you are a victim. Yes, it is terrible. Yes, everything bad happens to you. You are absolutely right. No, I don't really think there's a lot you can do about it. Anyway, that'll be $100. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next week. I didn't like her therapist, long story short. It just seemed to make the problem worse, in my opinion. So be careful about the therapist you go to. If you go to a therapist and you're comfortable, it's probably not a good therapist. You need to be a bit uncomfortable. It is challenging, healing work. You are not going in there to have a chat over a cup of coffee. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be comfortable. How did I end up at Goodwill? I blew right past Aldi and ended up at Goodwill. It's like my car it's like a homing pigeon. I just naturally gravitate to Goodwill. My hair! I had my hair up in a ponytail, and I took it down, and it's blah. So what do I have to say about regret? Everybody has regrets. Everybody does. But it's up to you to decide what you're going to do about it. What can you learn from, and how can you prevent a situation like that from happening again? The person who sent me the request wanted information on dealing with regret, particularly with missed opportunities. One thing I will say about that is, in my opinion, there are very few opportunities in life that will never come around again. I know we think this is my one shot. It's probably not. You know, you could probably make it happen again. Oh, I didn't go to college when I was younger, so now I can never go. That is bullshit. Yes, you can. Yes, like I've said before, my mom is now 82 years old, but she went back to school and got her master's in psychology at the age of 70. It is never too late. If you are still breathing and above ground, it is not too late for you. Oh, you know, I'm out of shape. I regret, you know, getting out of shape. Are you dead yet? You're not dead yet? You have time to fix it. You have the opportunity to fix it. Oh, I'm unhappy. You have an opportunity to work on that. You could start today. The only person stopping you is you. And, yes. Do I have regrets? Yeah, I do. Most of my regrets center around hurting people, saying things, hurtful things to people, and knowing at the time it was hurtful, but saying it anyway. I have not always been, I've been not nice to people, and I have tried to make amends with all the people I could. Sometimes, some of it went well, some of it did not. But I've tried to make amends with the people that I have done wrong in my life. And I feel much more at peace because of it. It's not comfortable, it's not fun, but I think it's necessary. I felt like it was necessary. You can change a lot of things about your life to deal with your regrets. You really can. Most things are fixable. Most things can be cleaned up and fixed, or at least improved. Don't fall into that black and white thinking of absolutes, like, I'll never get this chance again. I'll never be able to do that. Because once you start thinking in absolutes, you don't see opportunities that could be right in front of you. So don't fall into that. Be flexible. So I am going to do a video about it, but I have to mull through it in my mind some more. And I might make my little cards if I have time. I got to get home. I got to put groceries up. I got to mow the yard. I want to mow the yard. I know a lot of people are like, you got boys. Why don't you get them to mow? Well, my older son's going to be at work all day. And my younger son's having his friend over. And I'm not going to ask him to mow the yard while he's there. And I like mowing the yard. It's actually a pretty sunny day. It was windy as hell yesterday, but today it's not. And I'm going to go in here and be my little thriftinista self for a minute. Then I'm going to go to the store. And then I'm going to go home and get started on my work. So if you have regrets, watch my video on my regular channel. It may be today, it may not. I don't know. It's coming soon because I have some other stuff I want to do. If you have regrets, you do have time to fix them. You do have time to work on them because you ain't dead yet. If you were dead, you wouldn't be here watching me. So you do have time. You do have the opportunity, and you do have the ability to make it better. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it. All right. I'm going in here. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. I hope the weather is nice where you are. And I will see you again soon.